Hello?
Hi, is that Kate?
Yes.
James here from Girl Life. You alright?
Hi, yeah, you're right. Yeah, hot.
Right. Hot, Harry, I know it's a boiler today, isn't it?
Oh, horrible.
That's it, yeah. So, just for my own clarity, I've spoken to a lot of people today, my brain's like mush. Are you new to the area and you're finding out about locations? Is that how it works?
No, I'm not now. I'm not in the office.
Alright, okay, sorry. I'm just getting
Right.
confused. There's been a few people, similar names, all got the details through. So, we talked about, you know where we are, you kind of know our timings, yeah?
Yeah.
And you just weren't in a position to talk earlier. So you're
No,
okay to have a...
yeah, not
Yeah,
home now. So, yeah.
perfect. Gotcha. Okay. Well, listen, give us a quick overview of why you got in touch and how can we help you?
Right, well, I'm fairly active. I go to the gym already,
Mm-hmm.
probably 6 days a week.
Okay.
Um, and I'm not, I just, what I'd like to do is, I'm 41 and what I found is that hitting 40, I just really struggled to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure why, because I do eat quite clean and obviously I train quite a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's just having a different outlook put on it and
Mm-hmm.
doing it that way, I'm not sure really.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it's nice to have a challenge. So we can have a little chat today about kind of, I'll do my put my Sherlock Holmes hat on and try and work out why that is. And if I'll give you hopefully give you some clarity on what's quite not
Yeah.
following for you. And if I feel as though you're going to get the result that you want on this program. We can have a discussion about what that would look like. And if I feel as though somebody else would have a better solution, then I'll certainly redirect. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. So 41, if you don't mind me
hmm
asking, what's your weight and height?
Okay, so I'm about 5'3"
Mm-hmm.
and I weigh about 66 kilograms. I don't know what that is,
Gotcha.
10 stone.
Yeah. Okay. Just have a look at my conversion chart here. So you should know it by now. 10 stone 3, 10 stone 4. Got ya. Okay. And what about dress size?
Uh, Probably 10 to 12, probably just going to go into a 12.
Gotcha. Okay. So paint me a picture of what a typical week would look like in terms of what you do in the gym and intensity and that sort of thing.
It can be, I did change it up quite a bit. I used to be a runner. I was 14 weeks ago. I had knee surgery because I did my cruciate ligament pain netball.
Yeah.
So I'm just recovering from that, really. But I'm back to running in the gym. I normally go on a watt bike and do sort of 5 to 10 miles on a watt bike.
Mhm.
And then I do quite a lot of weights as well.
Mhm.
Just eat strengthening and different things. I do have a PT session once a week as well.
Mhm.
He also mixes it up doing different stuff that I might not necessarily do off my
Mhm.
own back.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's about it. I mean, I do a bit of everything. I
Mhm.
like the rowing machine. I do that quite a lot.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So if I was to say, obviously, if you've had like been in the gym a lot, you've probably come out and you've had mediocre sessions. Sometimes you've really busted
yeah,
yourself and things like that. So
yeah,
generally,
definitely.
on the average session, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard do you work it?
I mean, obviously when I have a PT, I work really hard.
Mhm.
But all the other time, I do work hard. I'm come out on bright red. I'm absolutely
Yeah.
sweating. I'm going boxing tonight, so
Mhm.
I do give it. I'm not a lazy person. I've always been very motivated when it comes to working
Mhm.
out and sport, and
Mhm.
that's why I find it a bit disheartening that
Mhm.
I don't feel like I've sort of slapped off at all
Mhm.
since hitting 40. Whether it's hormonal or what it is,
Mhm.
I don't know. It
Mhm.
just just doesn't shift now.
Yeah. So you're saying that you doing between like a 7 or a 9 out of 10 on intensity level
Yeah,
per
yeah,
session,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Paint me a picture of a typical day's worth of nutrition. Start with main meals and snacks.
Okay, so I generally have something like wheat sticks for breakfast.
Mhm.
Um, sometimes I have fruits or just some McDonald's sometimes. Then big morning, don't necessarily always have a snack. Lunch, like today I had homemade vegetable soup or I'll have
Mhm.
a salad.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'll have a noodle thing at work if I haven't got time to make
Mhm.
anything. I don't generally have a snack in the afternoon. Then my main meal is always home cooked.
Mhm.
To me, I normally either have chicken or fish. I do eat a lot of fish.
Mhm.
And I don't snack in the evening either.
Okay. What do you have accompany the fish with?
Normally spinach, or I don't really eat a lot of carbs.
Mhm.
I try not to anyway.
Yeah.
It's normally veg.
Yeah.
I might have new potatoes sometimes. Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. When you have your Weetabix, is that with semi-skimmed and sugar, honey, anything like that?
I normally have it just with semi-skim milk.
Yeah.
Occasionally I might have it with some honey, but I don't normally. I just have it cold.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And when you have the soup, what do you have? Do you have anything with that bread or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So, what about,
Sometimes it's rice cakes as a
yeah,
snack,
is that just the plain ones, is it?
or the Marmite ones.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So how many times a day would you snack generally?
Normally, my main time for snacking is sort of mid-morning between
Yeah.
my lunch and my breakfast,
Yeah.
and I might have rice cakes. I might have some fruit,
Yeah.
or I might have a packet of crisps.
Yeah.
Um,
hmm
and then I will have a packet of crisps on the weekend because that's my thing. I do like crisps. I don't
Okay.
eat chocolate or anything. So
Okay. Gotcha. Are you any hidden calories coming from like tea and coffee with milk and sugar at all?
I do drink tea and coffee. They both have milk, and I have one sugar in my coffee.
hmm
And I normally have 2 coffees a day, possibly and 1 cup of tea.
How many a day, sorry?
So, so 3 drinks a day.
Yeah. Gotcha. And what about any fizzy drinks with hidden calories, sugars, like in Coca-Cola or Red Bulls, anything like that?
No, I don't generally drink fizzy. I do drink squash, so lemon squash,
Hmm.
things like that.
Yeah. And what about alcohol in terms of over the space of a week, how much did you have, if at all?
I mean, on the weekend I probably have, I don't know, maybe a couple of glasses of wine on a Friday night, and then Saturday night just sort of 4 glasses of wine.
Altogether, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And would there be like a big shift in calories on the weekend, takeouts, things like that, eating
Sometimes
out?
we have a takeaway,
Hmm.
like a Chinese or something on a Saturday night.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, not anything
No.
massive.
Yeah, you don't like sort of eat a week's worth of calories in one hit or
No,
anything like that.
I try not to.
That's just leave that for the powerlifters like me and that is really shift it. That's
yeah,
easy.
you're lucky. I wish I could do that.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, I think that for my, it's a chronic case of like, uh, undereating for the output that you're going through. I mean, I've helped a lot of ladies over the years ramp up their calories from about 1,000 to 1,100 where you are at the moment up to a higher calorie set. I'm not going to tell you which definitively over the phone because
Mm.
people just take that information and just bugger off, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not being sort of facetious or anything
No.
like that. But it's only like giving people a part of the answer. Sometimes it's more worse than the
Yeah.
whole. But I can honestly say that my gut feeling is you're just chronically undereating and your body's just gone and just won't release any more of the fat. I mean, like
Mm.
my mum's the case in point. My mum was super fit. Cycled the land ends with John O'Groats back in her heyday, and went back to Wales about 6, 7 weeks ago now, and she's putting a lot of weight, going through a bit of a bad spell and whatnot, and so I bought her a bike, I bought her a set of scales, I bought a set of programs in nutrition for her, and she was adamant that she would only stick to like 11, 1,200 calories.
Mm.
Um, and she's losing weight like a snail. I sorted out the
Mm.
calories for her now, and she's shifting. It's people just automatically think the less you eat, the less you weigh. It just doesn't
Mm.
work like that. It works to a certain point, but as you chronically undereat, you eat into your bone density, muscle density, organ density, things like that. You don't
Mm.
lose you lose functional mass, which lowers your metabolic rate. And as a
Right.
result, then your body starts to just survive on very few calories. And that's what you're doing. You're
Mm.
churning a shed load of calories on training 6 days a week. But think how many calories are going into your body.
Mm.
Barely any. Your body just doesn't want to shift the weight that it's got on it because your body's fat stores that it's lost form a
Right.
reserves before it gets into serious trouble. So it's
Mm.
holding on to those for dear life now. So
Yeah.
everyone's got their own threshold, but you've hit your threshold. You
Right.
need to up your in for the food to get your body out of this sort of survival. mechanism that it's gone into, and that should be the height of it. That should be you sort of back on track. So there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Good.
So in terms of like, I suppose it must be quite frustrating, is it, having sort of training so hard and not being able to shift the weight? So
Well, I think because I've never struggled ever, in my life. I've always been really active. I used to do marathons and 5 kilometres and things. And I don't think my eating habits have changed particularly. Maybe I did eat a bit more when I was training for the marathon. I can't remember.
yeah.
But yeah, it's only been sort of in the last couple of years that I've noticed that it doesn't really matter what I do. It doesn't work. And you sort of get to the point where you think, well, I'm just going to sit back and just get really fat. It's just such hard work all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have been told before that about overtraining as well. Which I do try to have. I am trying to sort of take off a couple of days a week and not do so much.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, a change up in, do you do like proper weightlifting with your PT? Do you do like squat and deadlift and things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do like a reasonable weight, like anything near your body weight and stuff like that? Or
I've got no, probably not near my body weight. I think I do like a floor to ceiling, clear and press, I don't know. Yeah. And I'm doing 30 kg on that, so.
okay, fair play. That's good. So
Um,
is that, are you doing like proper snatch or clean and jerk, or is it
no,
just
I'm not very
maybe?
good at that.
Right, okay.
I've practiced that, but no, that is literally my body power just putting it up, and I can just do it. I just seem to be able to do it. I'd like to be able to do it how they
Yeah.
have seen it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I need to practice that a bit more.
Yeah. I would say like what needs to happen for you would be you need to sort of you need to work out just as a, like what's called like the Mr. St. Joe formula for working on your calories. This is me being
Yeah.
coaching probably a bit too much as I should on a call, but you need to work out according to your lean mass what your calories should be, and then what you need. And we will do this on the transformation anyway.
Yeah.
And you need to eat according to those calories.
Right.
And it may seem a little bit of a sort of like if you've been eating quite low for a long time, yeah, you might think strange eating more food, but you need to, And then what you need to do is you need to balance out your macros. What I mean by that is everyone's got a certain amount of protein, fats, and carbs. They should eat. Carbs aren't the enemy by any stretch. They just get a bad name because processed foods tend to be high carb because it's cheap, and high sugar is tasteful. It's in terms of the effect that it has on the body, the high sugar. So that's why it's a junk food, because people eat it, don't not realizing it's not food per se, it's just food addiction or the way effect it has on the brain. But carbs as a rule aren't bad. They're a fundamental food group, So avoiding them is not really the answer in my opinion anyway. And you need structure. You need to have the correct amount of calories, the correct distribution of macros, healthful foods and hydration, and that will sort you out. I say that's your issue, to be fair. And then from a training point of view, I would say that you need to be incorporating more weights into, rather than just cardio, unless you're training for like an event, like you say, like marathons or triathlons, whereby you have to put the jump mileage in. But if it's coming down to aesthetics, junk mileage isn't the answer. You need to be doing resistance training to build up your metabolism, to build up more lean tissue. It's probably atrophied over the years of under eating. That's the way forward in that respect. Does that give you a bit of clarity and maybe what? Okay,
Junk.
gotcha. Sorry, what was that?
No, junk. Yeah, makes sense, really.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, listen, I'll give you a little bit of clarity about what we do in club. And then what we can do is I'll give you my honest opinion as to what results I think we could get for you over the different time spent on the program. If it feels like a good fit, then maybe we'll give it a whirl. So just right, so you're sitting on 10 stone forward at the moment. What's your target weight?
I think I'd like to be back down to about 9.5.
Yeah, gotcha. So we're talking about to the guts of the stone, yeah?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Da, da, da. And I mean, just so for just my own clarity, you're going to be able to train with us 3 times a week as opposed to your other venue, maybe keeping the PTR maybe and then training with us as well.
Yeah, I don't see that being a problem.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Right. Okay, so currently 41, 5'3", sitting on about 10 stone 4. Training 6 times a week, eating maybe 1,000 to 1,100 calories a day, spaced over like the 7 days, because you probably eating under 1,000 calories just about midweek, but then the extra calories on the weekend make up for it. Would like to lose 12 to 14 pounds as a result of coming on board with us, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. What you would happen with us is on the initial transformation, you'd be doing a mix of HIIT training and strength training, doing in 1 hour workouts because we find that's the best for getting rid of weight whilst maintaining muscle mass, lean tissue. Secondly, what we'll be doing from a nutritional point of view is we'd be setting your calories, setting your macros, giving you a definitive list of healthful foods and working on your hydration. Third thing that we do is make sure that, for want of a better word, enforced by you taking pictures of your food to send through to us to make sure that you're eating the right proportions and etc. and you're getting the right calories. And then any questions that you've got, do you fire them through to us via our private group and post your food on our group as well. And what we do then is we test and adjust every week to make sure that things are moving in the right direction, that you're losing fat mass instead of muscle mass, that your hydration is on point, that the weight is coming off properly. If not, then what we do is we tweak your nutrition as we go along, you know. So I think, to be honest with you, I've seen some really nice rebounds with this sort of thing, and my gut feeling is you probably lose the weight that you wanted probably within 28 days. I'd say at least the 80% there, and definitely within the 42 days you'd get the 100% it will round it up to a stone. 28 days is an investment of 149, although you can do 2 payments of 24.50 if that works better for you. And then the 249 would be the 42-day challenge, although we could do payments of 124 times 3 weeks apart if that works better for you. So shorter one, I'd say you'd be well on the road to getting that stone off longer.
Yeah.
42 you'd get it off, and you'd have a new template, a new blueprint for moving forward then from a nutritional perspective. What's your thoughts?
I think what I'd probably do is the 28-day one, and give myself that jump start and see that I actually am going to stick to it. See what I mean? It all sounds like it makes sense, but yeah, it does sound good. So yeah, I think I'll go with that one.
Perfect. Okay. Well, listen, I think 2 weeks from now, you're going to be feeling a lot more energized because you've got more calories coming into your body, and I think, like you said, you have that lifestyle movement, and it just all starts to make sense as you start to see yourself losing weight. So sounds good. Should we go ahead and get you signed up?
Yeah, I'm going on holiday on the 7th to Mexico for 10 days. So do you think I'll be better off starting it when I get back, or?
Yeah, I mean, we do cater for it being sort of holiday season. Now, what I kind of say is that it is silly season, and in September we get a lot of people that September, October coming back to us after the summer holidays, and we can often have a wait list. So what I tend to say is, like, I can give you like a provisional start date, and what we can do is we can hold your spot with like a provision, so there's like a small placeholder deposit, means that we definitely hold it for you. And I think also putting down the deposit kind of puts you in a position to win, because I think if you have a fruitful conversation and then you go on holiday, you come back, things change, so to speak, and then there's sometimes like what I call the law of diminishing intent, whereby intuitively it's a great idea, but you kind of like to your way, so to speak. At least then you put yourself in a position of power, a position to win, a position of power, rather than sort of getting swept away by life, and as it so often does. Does that kind of does that resonate okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. That sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let's have a look then. So provisionally, when you're back from Mexico, I'm not jealous at all, by the way.
16th we land, so yeah, 16th in September.
Okay, no problem at all. And you work office hours, yeah?
I work 7 till 3.
7 till 3, okay. How would So you say the 16th you're back, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We've got appointments the following Saturday that maybe allow you to get rid of your jet lag,
Yeah.
which would be 11 o'clock in the morning. Would that kind
Yeah.
of work well with you?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. So the process then, Kate, would be to book you in with a £50 placeholder. You
Yeah.
get your appointment set for 1100 on the Saturday the 21st. And what we could do then is on your appointment morning, we could just debit 24.50 to bring up your halfway point of the initial program. Would that work okay for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
You happy enough for that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go ahead. Kate. So did you say it's Cancun or?
Yeah, just outside, so we fly into Cancun and then we go down to Playa or something or other.
Very nice. I was due
Yeah.
to go on my 40th birthday, but I just decided, like my brother lives in Canada,
Oh.
and we just
No.
had these machinations about going and just having a wild one, you know. But
Mm.
to be honest, in the end, I just settled to go to Ireland for just hired a cottage and just hid away and thought, you know, this is my 40th birthday, and I just didn't take it
Very
too well. That's it, as we do. But
mm.
so just for my own clarity, so it's Kate Emily Keane with an E
Yeah.
at gmail.com, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. So what sort of triathlons did you used to do?
I used to be sprint distance, so
Yeah,
yeah, it wasn't too grueling. I mean, my brother does Ironman, so
very good.
it seems quite poor compared to him, but
No, it's all good. It's all good. Have you done 10B at all, has he? Or
have
have
you
you
done
done the
what,
Welsh
sorry?
one? Have you done 10B? Have you
Oh,
ever done the Welsh
I
one?
don't know. What did he, oh no, he's just done an ultra run. So I think
Wow.
that was 32 miles or something like that.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I did, when I left the army in 2013 was
Mm.
PTI, and then I did, so I was always doing that heavy distance, and I did a triple marathon in
Wow.
2014. No, tell a lie. It was 15, and there's a landmass in Northern Ireland called, sort of water mass called Loughney, the big water
Yeah.
mass in Northern Ireland. I ran around that.
Mm.
And that just finished me off then. I've barely run about 2 miles since. That just was just,
But it's, when I did the marathon, I did Beachy Head. I don't know whether you've ever heard of that. So it's an off-road, basically uphill marathon.
wow.
It was my first marathon, which
Yeah.
my brother said, oh, come along, run it with me, it'd be fun.
Right. Yeah.
Which so I did it, and I didn't run for, well, I still haven't run like it since,
Yeah.
because it just killed it for me. I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't enjoy that.
Yeah. That's it. The passion was gone for it then, isn't it? You know, it just take it to the extreme. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I think to be honest, from what you told me there, as soon as we sort your nutrition out, you'll be flying and you'll be
Mm.
more energized as well. So,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
All
Should be
well
nice.
done up, isn't it? Yeah. Well, listen,
Everything.
that's gone through fine. So that's £50
Brilliant.
as your placeholder done. You
Mm-hmm.
should have received that as an email. The second email will be an appointment set for
Lovely.
1100 on the 21st, and that will just be for your way in then. Any issues
Mm-hmm.
at all, this is my personal mobile. You just reach out and I'll be able to answer all your questions. Sound good?
Brilliant.
Okay. Enjoy your boxing tonight and enjoy
Thank
your
you.
holiday and we'll see you get back, alright?
Yes.
Okay, take care. Bye. Bye.
Bye.